Hello and welcome to Boomer and Beyond Wellness and Have It Your Way workouts, where we do a deep dive into one exercise and one exercise only. And this is to help those of you with chronic concerns. So I like to call it your personal chronic concerns corner. Now, we break the exercise down from an anatomy and a physiology perspective. We don't always do that in the video itself, but if you use the community tab on my channel, you'll find articles, studies, really cool images of the muscles involved, all there on the community tab for you. So this exercise today is called the upright row. A little touch of trivia about this exercise. It was once considered contraindicated for everybody until I guess some people wised up and realized that this exercise is actually utilized in these movements are done in real life and activities of daily living. So I'm a big fan of exercises that reflect on ADLs, upright row. Well, when do we use this? Well, I'm a big fan also of watching people just do stuff, watching the body in motion. And I find that the upright row is definitely involved when anybody goes to pick up something heavy, particularly to lift it out of their trunk. And do you ever watch anybody with luggage? It's this kind of movement. Look at the porters in the airports. It's this kind of movement. Also, some people, I know lots of people who hand wash their laundry, some pieces of laundry, and they're doing this up and down on a scrub board. It's an upright row, whether you hand wash your stuff or not, but people are still doing it. So these are just a couple of ways that it's used. And that's why I think it's important for us to cover this exercise. Now, the accessories we'll be using today will be a sticky yoga mat, an exercise resistance tube, and also I'll be using a set of 12-pound weights. That's how we break this down every single time, is 3 approaches. This leads me into the medical disclaimers, the precautionary measures. So the mat and the exercise tube are made from latex. So if you have a latex allergy, you want to look for non-latex or latex-free. Additionally, if you have pinched nerve, also rotator cuff muscle issues, if you have medial epicondylitis, which is golfer's elbow, or lateral epicondylitis, which is tennis elbow, you want to, and then I should also say, if you have any chronic concern whatsoever, I invite you all to preview the video first before participating. Look for what you can do. And if you're not real sure after watching it, then I would invite the medical healthcare practitioner who knows your body best to preview the video as well, and then help you make an informed decision. Now, I'm going to move into what I call the gentle reminders, because I'm reminding myself as well. So you want to make sure that you stay hydrated during your workouts. However, if you have a pre-existing kidney or bladder issue that you've been told not to drink water, then you follow that advice. For those who do not have an issue, please make sure you're hydrated with water. And then always feel free to stop and rest whenever you need to. But it's not an invitation for you to quit. It's too much of an excuse for people just to stop. So yes, take a few breaths, rest, but then come back in, even if it's from one more repetition, because this is how you get stronger, folks. Also, to remind you that we have on the channel a warm-up and a cool-down video. They're just one video, and you can interchange the work there. And it is advised for those of us who are 55 years and above to warm up for a full 10 minutes prior to any workout. And finally, on the community tab as well, or in the community tab as well, you'll find an RPE chart, a rating of perceived exertion chart. This is a Borg chart, and it goes from 0 through 10. And it's advised that you work out between 3 and 6 on this chart. It's excellent subjective tool for those who don't know how to take their exercise training heart rate, for those who are on a pacemaker or are taking certain medications like beta blockers. Now, how we'll be doing this today is we'll be doing a set, which is a group of repetitions, and we'll be doing 15 repetitions. However, when you're working out on your own, you can work between 8 to 15 repetitions. You don't want to do the same exercise on consecutive days, folks. You want to take a little break in between there with that. So what we're going to do is to help those of you who have never exercised or are new to strength training or have the chronic concerns. We're going to do the first 5 repetitions without any of the exercise accessories at all. Then we move into another 5 repetitions. This time it will be with the exercise tube. And then the last 5 repetitions will be for those who want to work with the weights. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm just checking my notes here to see if there's anything else I wish to share. Yeah, let's get started here. So we're going to start off with an athletic ready stance. And you want to know how to just prepare yourself, and it's preparing your body, it's preparing your mind for the work you're about to do. So my knees are soft, the belly button is in, and I'm lining up my ankles to the knees to the inside of the high pelvic bone. That's called the iliac crest. You don't want to turn your fingers in like this, and you point straight down. Now I'm going to turn to the side. Let me turn this way so I'm not yelling into the microphone. So what we do is we soften the knees. Now some people do this. It's like they're in a back bend. So that's an anterior pelvic tilt. We want to take that and just bring it into a slight posterior pelvic tilt. Nothing too crazy, like you don't want to go into a standing abdominal crunch, all right? Now from there, I'm going to bring my hands like so out in front. Now I have what's called a winged scapula, so I kind of have to always roll it back into place. Here we go. Belly button in, knees soft. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale down. So you want to exhale on the effort. That's E. That's to help you remind you of that. Now 2 more. Exhale, lift, pause at the peak of the contraction. 1 more, pause at the peak of the contraction. So notice I'm not bringing elbows up to my ears. It's not about that. I don't want you hiking the shoulders. Let's go for the second round of 5. I'm using my exercise tube. Now, when you work with a tube, caution with the handles. Those of you with hand issues, let's say arthritis, Dupuytren's contracture, trigger finger, get the soft bound handle, not the firm. I'm going to place the tubing underneath the arches of my shoes. Now, the wider I stand, the more resistance I get. And then I'm going to crisscross the handles. And here we go. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift. So really, folks, I'm not bringing those elbows much higher than the shoulders themselves. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Up, hold. Slowly down. Again, up, hold. Slowly down. I'm going to go for 1 more for good luck. Exhale. And slowly release it down. You want to be careful when you release tubing because it can snap away from you. And now the weights. Exhale, inhale. Pause at the peak. Whoops. Sorry about that. I hit the microphone there. Couple more, pause, slow as you lower. 1 more, pause, and then take it easy on the way down. Carefully set the heavier weights down. And that's what we have for you today here on Have It Your Way workouts with Boomer and Beyond Wellness. Folks, if you find that the content here is valuable to you, I would surely appreciate you giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel because it does help put it out there more to others. And also, if you are on Facebook or Instagram, I invite you to follow me there. And if you are looking to work privately with me, well, then you can go to the contact form on my website, which is boomerandbeyondwellness.com. No surprise there, right? I do work virtually, remotely for personal training, senior fitness, and also for Hatha yoga, and the opposite end of the spectrum, prenatal yoga. And if you are in Miami Beach, although soon to be Fort Lauderdale for me, because you haven't seen me for a while because I'm preparing to move, I do work on site as a licensed massage therapist. I specialize in both Swedish massage and deep tissue, but also have specialty in geriatric massage and palliative care. So I want to thank you so much for your support. You know that I do live a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. So I'm going to ask you to eat your greens, eat your beans. Please stay hydrated. And until next time, be well.